I think when it comes to sparring with Christians, atheists have a disadvantage. They don't have the whole, he's the one that changed my life, he's the one that made me so much happier argument. You know, you can get happier without, how do I explain? Okay, I was a Christian for over 30 years. I asked Jesus into my heart. I did everything that, you know, as a person basically who was raised on church and the Bible, I did everything you're supposed to do. I truly and desperately wanted Jesus into my heart because I wasn't good enough. You know, my mom was constantly feeding me this message that I was garbage. I had a demon in me, and that's why I cut up the sheets on my dad's bed the night of my 6th birthday. And she had schizophrenia. I didn't get to know it. She thought that I was evil, and I'm pretty sure now, looking back, that she had voices that were saying to her that I was, and she believed them. I didn't have a dad. All I had was a mom. All I ever wanted was for my mom to love me, okay? I did everything I could to get her to love me. My brother rebelled. My brother hated religion and was an absolute asshole to any friend that my mom had over who was religious. I did everything. I did all the things I was supposed to do because I wanted her to love me. And so I asked Jesus into my heart. And I got to really read about this religion that basically agreed with everything my mother said. I was born corrupt. I was a bad, horrible person. Without Jesus and his mercy and salvation, I was deserving of hell. I was garbage, deserving of hell. You know, when you have a self-esteem that's already completely trashed, and then you get into a religion that's supposed to set you free, and all it does is tell you the same damn message that your mom has been telling you for as long as you can remember. So then it's like, okay, well, all I need to do is pray more. All I need to do is be closer to God. All I need to do is talk to Jesus more and you know, read the Bible more and go to church more and tell my friends, you know, don't be afraid to tell my friends what I believe in. And you know, if I just do all these things more, I'll become better and I'll be good enough, and then I will feel that I'm good enough and that my mom will love me and Jesus will love me and I will be lovable. It was the same cycle I'd been in since as long as I can remember, since my dad had died. There is no Jesus and there is no God. It's a religion that's made up by man. They took a bunch of different stuff from pagan religions, borrowed them, and made this, it's like a revised version of the Mithras religion. You know, read about the Mithras religion, Mithra. Read about him. Read about the similarities between the Catholic Church and Mithra. And it's astounding. But anyway, you can't offend an atheist because they don't have a close personal friend that's making them happier in their life that you can offend. You can't offend any close personal friend of an atheist. So, you know, to attack religion for a Christian, to attack a Christian's religion, you're attacking their close personal friend who saved them. Attack an atheist, all you're attacking is logic and reason and science and what we know so far and what evidence is pointing to. You know, there's nothing warm and fuzzy about that, so why would an atheist get offended? You know, talking to a theist, they're like, oh, well, I know him. You know, it's like they know that. No. I thought I knew him too. It's like, if you tell yourself something enough, you make yourself believe, you work at believing in something so much. One time when I was a kid, I was in my bed, and I was waiting for Santa. I was waiting for Santa to come, and I remember laying there, and it was close to midnight, and I was totally straining to hear sounds of hoofbeats on the roof, something, and I heard bells. I heard jing, 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 jing overhead. I heard Santa's sleigh. I was trying so hard to get some little proof that Santa was coming, and sure enough, I heard his sleigh bells. So, if you want something bad enough, you can make it exist to you in your head. It can come about in your head. You can make it exist. The moment I realized that religion is just it's just a carrot in front of you to motivate you to do what a certain organization wants you to do, to fit whatever agenda they have. Like not having to pay taxes for their building that they go to work to every day, or whatever. The moment I got rid of that, there was no, oh, Jesus saved me, I love him so much, he saved me. I have nothing like that to say thank you to. I saved me. I saved me. I fucking saved me. You know how I did that? I gave up believing in stuff that isn't true. I gave up believing my mom's lies. I gave up believing in friends that weren't friends, that were bullshitting me, letting me think that they cared, and letting me think I had friends when it wasn't true. Either they were out to use me, or they felt sorry for me, or they were just being good actors, whatever. That made me realize that there are things in this world that are false, that I built things up on in my life. I really believed, and I came to count on, and then I found out it wasn't real. And the first thing I wanted to do was I wanted to take all the stuff from weed it out of my life that was delusion. And you know what was the biggest one of all? Religion, Christianity, the belief in this Savior God, which I'm sorry is a clone of all these other Savior gods. And what does Christianity say about that? Oh, well, Satan brought those other ones put those other ones on earth too, so that it would confuse people. So when the real Jesus came, when the real Christ came, we wouldn't know it was him. That's like saying, God put the dinosaur bones in the rocks to confuse us. Anyway, how do I think what has happened to me? This guy that was my friend today telling me that I was offending him because I was insulting the one who had made his life so much better. How do I say, well, you're offending me by acting like I'm not a whole person without this thing that you're so thrilled about? How do I say thank you to my ability to understand and see things the way they are, and not have deception anymore, and realize that the only thing that's going to make me happy is me? It's not going to take other people. It's not going to take an imaginary sky daddy. It's not going to take me trying so hard all the time to be good enough so that somebody might care. My salvation was coming to realize that only I can do that for me. I should be able to be happy on a deserted island, completely separated from everybody. And if I'm truly happy in my heart, that's, Anyway, this is getting kind of weird, so it angers me that Christians don't play fair. They want to pull that card. Oh, you're offending the guy who saved me. It's like, I was saved too. I was saved from the guy who saved you. I was saved from that delusion. And while I am struggling with depression, one of the heaviest boulders that was weighing on my back, weighing me down, is off me now. It's gone. I might have depression, but I have shed from my life the biggest cause of my depression. And yes, I am going to want to stand on the rooftops. I'm going to want to share this with my friends and say, oh my God, this is, pardon the pun, I'm going to want to share. This is exciting to me. This is my salvation, and it's important too.